All right. Do you want to start with sheet 1?
Yeah, so if I read this right, I basically added a differences row on each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down through all of them and had a difference row, and then I did a totals thing at the bottom. Don't know if I really needed it, but I did it. Actual forecast. So I guess I did.
Yep.
So then I took that data and created this chart, R&D differences between actual and forecast.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just copy and pasted. Were we supposed to make it a live chart? It didn't really say that.
I think I did the same. It didn't really specify.
So this is just copied values for me.
Yeah.
Is all that is. So it's not gonna, it's just all copied values. Then I took and went
into the conditional formatting.
Yeah, did the conditional formatting. I guess I could just go to my rules wherever my
manage rules are at the bottom.
Yep.
So I just went and made anything that was greater than 0 green and anything that was less than or equal to 0 red on the background, right?
I think it's the other way around. The less than or equal to was green, which is I thought was kind of weird. I would think.
Yeah.
You've got it right. You've got it right.
Yeah, you've got it right.
Oh, do I? I must have done it right and just talked wrong. I'm not looking at the instructions right now.
That's all right. So. I had to go back through it because I did it the opposite at first because I was figuring that negative numbers would be red, but that's not what they want. They want the negatives to be green.
And the negatives are green and the positives are red. So, so just did that by doing those rules.
Cool.
So that's that chart. I just got to do some cleanup, make it look pretty and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right.
So then it said to make 2 graphs. First one was all 3, difference, actual, and forecast.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was a line graph. Then I was just going through the instructions, and I just had barely changed this over to a bar graph for the actual, right? Is that right?
Or the difference. It looks like you get the difference.
Yeah, the difference.
Difference on there.
Yeah, the difference is a bar graph, but look how small that is. It doesn't really relate, does it? Anyway, I guess the difference is just a difference. It's not going to be totals. This is not totals, right? Or is it?
Right. Well, the different. Yeah, it would just be the.
I think it's the. I think it's the difference.
Because it said to label the chart or the graph. Chart total R&D expense, which I did. So there's the totals between the actual and the forecast, and then the difference is down here in the bar part. That's as far as I got on that one. And then on my pie chart, I actually went back to sheet 1, created me a little chart of the names and the totals.
Okay. Jonathan, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we are. Somebody else there.
How you doing, Jonathan?
Perfect. Thank you.
We're all done. Sorry.
That's good.
No.
No, we're just getting started.
Okay, that's good.
What were the values that you just brought them all out?
Yeah, I just did a totals column at the end here, and then I just pulled it over into a chart, chart, so I could make a graph. Wait a minute, I'm getting the names all mixed up. Anyway.
Oh, that's for the pie chart?
That's for in order to do the pie chart, it wanted the total of the actual, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then compared to each other.
Right.
So I took the names, put them here. I took the totals of the actuals and put them there. Reason that's blank there is because I just dragged it over once I did it.
What about the line graph and the bar graph? What
The line graph and the bar graph,
use
it's just, I created a totals area down here
okay.
of all of them. And that's where I made that from, was this one here at the bottom.
Okay. Because it said it wanted said create a graph that allows CEO to look at the total R&D expenses. Oh, the total of the 5. Okay, I see.
Yeah, which was kind of weird to me. It didn't ask us to make a list and drop down on an active dashboard. It just, this is just kind of a presentation, it looks like this time.
Right.
There's no active, you don't go in and actively change things and look at each company individually or anything, as far as I could tell, right?
Yeah, and I was confused about that too, because they kind of hinted in the lesson that we would be kind of creating a dynamic chart.
Yeah, his demonstration made it dynamic there, but well, he didn't really do it, but he tried.
Yeah, he kind of presented it as if you would be making it dynamic.
So that threw me off there. I'm going, oh wow, we're not using everything we learned here. So, hey. But anyway, back to. Sorry, I forgot your name. Jonathan. Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan. How far are you along on this?
I haven't started yet, actually.
Okay. Maybe I'll quickly go back through real quick. They gave us, can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. We can see it.
Okay. They gave us this sheet 1 with all this data on these 5 companies.
Okay.
That are the R&D expenses for actual forecast. And I had to add this difference line under each one. So I just took actual minus forecast equals the difference.
Okay.
So just a little B7 minus B8. Copied that over, so I have a whole nother row here of differences for each one, and I did that for each company. So I added this line, the difference line on each one here. Then I went down to the bottom and made a totals column here. This is all 5 companies combined.
Okay.
So I just did the sum of all the ones above. Came up with the sum of the actuals, sum of the forecast, and then did a difference there too. I could have copied the difference, added the sum of the differences too. It would come out the same way.
Okay.
So that's what it asks us to do, is to build this chart up a little more.
Okay.
And then from that,
chart,
yeah.
The chart that you have in the dashboard is the chart of the totals, right?
Yeah, so then I created this chart from that bottom one.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're talking about. I just basically copied and pasted the values over here to make this chart.
Okay.
Didn't say to make it active because you're not really changing data or anything, I guess. So, and then it asked you to do the conditional formatting by selecting the whole chart, going to conditional formatting, and changing the colors depending on whether they're above or below 0.
Okay.
So my managing rules here, my green one for that section, anything cell value is less than or equal to 0 is green, and the cell value is greater than 0 is red. There's my rules that I did. So that made that chart all those pretty Christmas colors. Then I haven't done any cleanup work on it yet. I haven't had time. These guys know I drove about 2,000 miles this weekend. So
yeah, how was that?
It's a long drive both ways. It was good though. I drove from basically Salt Lake to Seattle and back over the weekend. So My son had one of his boys getting his eagle, so I had to run up there. So anyway, about 1,000 miles each way, and I'm here and I'm tired. But anyway,
Uh,
so I haven't done anything till I got off work today. So
Well, you made pretty good progress.
well, I've got my other class too. I got to do tonight still too. So
I
anyway,
do too. Yeah.
all right.
All
So
right.
back to where we were. Then you had to make a couple graphs. This first one was a graph of the totals of the actual forecast and differences of the 5 companies. So in order to get that graph on this first sheet, I just have my actual forecast and difference totals, and then that's what I copied and insert line graph. That's how I came up with that to start with. And I had already, I'm going to delete that. I had cut that and pasted it on the dashboard up front here so that it'd be up there.
Yep.
Okay. Then we were just getting into how to format it. So that's kind of where we're at since. So first thing it asked you to do is to make the differences a bar chart. So clicked on that, format data series. Oops, nope, wrong one. Select data. Is that right? No. Which one is it? I'm forgetting where I'm at. So in order to change I got to change the chart. That's right. So
Yeah, go
change
to-
chart series. So it shows the 3 of them here, actual, forecast, and differences, and I changed the differences one to a column.
Mm-hmm.
It said clustered columns. What? Guess that's right. Yeah, doesn't matter. The rest are stacked. We don't want. So anyway, that's how I picked that one. And that's where I am at reading the instructions.
Yeah, I think the rest of it really is just formatting. You want the that first chart, the line and bar graph, to have the fill of the graph section be a different color.
So I've already got this part open. I would go in here to
Fill. Mhm.
fill,
Yep.
solid
You
fill,
do
Solid.
solid fill or
make a color.
gradient fill.
Yeah. Did it say to do gradient?
It didn't specify.
It doesn't
I think
specify. I don't think it just says make it a different color.
Mhm.
I actually like the gradient. It's not as, anyway.
Yeah. So then you'll
Yeah.
format that. Make sure you have your axes properly labeled.
Yeah, I haven't
Formatted as
changed the names
dollars.
yet, so I've got to go in and that it was in, what was that? Thousands of dollars?
Yeah, thousands of dollars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And this part,
The
oops,
months.
month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, and then let's see what was next here.
The next part was just the pie graph.
Okay, as far as the pie
Using
graph,
labels to show the percentage. And it says to either have a legend or labels. So you've got a legend there.
so it's got the names of the companies and the percentage up above. I just need to go in and do some cleanup.
Yep.
Order.
That looks really good.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty
Yeah.
straightforward, simple one this week.
Yeah, there's not a lot to it.
Yeah, not too many like complications or.
Hmm.
So anyway, I'm about there. I thought it was going to make us do some layered or stacked things on some, like they
Yeah.
showed in the demonstration, but
Guess not.
anyway.
All right. Well,
Well,
any questions?
Jonathan, how do you like your meetings to go?
I like it this way. It's fast.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think we try to, just go over it and make sure that there's no glaring questions, and then
Okay,
call it good.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
Great.
and that was my biggest question. Isn't it going to be an active chart or active dashboard? And it really isn't. It's just
Didn't
going to
look like
be,
it.
Yeah.
there's no drop down menus and lists or anything like that. So you can, I guess it gives him all the information there, but I've still got to go in and label these with the values, it said.
Is that what it wanted?
Yeah, I think if I remember right.
Use data labels for the dollar amounts of the bar graph. Put markers on the line graph.
See, I'm still getting used to where I
But
find
you also
everything.
want markers on your lines.
Yeah, like dots.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I could go over here,
Yep.
markers.
I think you do it under. Yep, right there.
Marker. You pick the
Marker options.
marker
there it
options.
is.
Yeah.
Um,
Pick the shape.
You can do built-in,
Built in.
or
Yeah.
automatic. Yeah.
yeah,
Built-in.
built in where I could go in and make a shape.
You can do this
So big,
fill it.
solid fill, change the color, black,
Border around it.
yeah, whatever you want to do there. So
Yep.
Awesome. Well,
okay, how do you put the values on this one? You got
So you go to, I believe you go to right here in the format data series right here on the
over
right.
here.
Uh-huh. I think you do it. I think it's in the middle one, maybe the last one. Is there nothing down below that?
No.
So go to the first one again, and then scroll. Yeah, scroll down. Choose options. Try.
You know what? The other thing I was going to try was change chart series for that. But that won't do me anything but this part, will it? No.
So right click on it again.
Just a sec.
Go to yeah, right click, go add data labels.
Data labels, there we go. So we don't want.
So and then you can adjust the position. I'm trying to remember how to adjust.
Yeah, I remember he did that in the thing.
It was
So
in the example, like yeah, alignment. Go to alignment right there.
oh yeah, so now we've got another column. So
yeah, there we go. And then you can do like vertical alignment, I think is where it is. Is that right? Maybe scroll down.
It won't scroll down any
There's
further.
nothing else. Sorry, I can't.
It was something that said position, top, bottom, middle, before.
Yeah.
Where was that? There it is. Label position. Outside and inside center. See, that'll put it there. Inside center.
Oh no, that's doing your. Did that do the axes?
Yeah, it moved them right above the tops. Let's click back on that again. We got centered.
I can't remember.
I may have to look at the video real quick again to catch that one.
Go to tech options. Right above that. Is that? No.
You're trying to get the labels above the bars.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't remember how to do it.
Scrolling down. Yeah, there it is.
There's label position, centered inside. Seemed like it had more options when he showed us.
Yeah, I think that was for the line. I think it's different if it's. What do the other options look like?
Got centered inside and inside base, outside end.
Try clicking on them.
There's outside is a little higher than it. It's just going over my labels for my months. Is the problem. See that?
That's interesting.
Huh.
Is it
I'll have to
possible
just play.
change it with, by hand? Can you choose to do it manually or not?
Well, there's an option to do it. Like from the example from the assignment, it was like top or bottom, middle.
You probably can click on each individual, just the numbers of January, February, March, November, and December, and just drag the numbers.
Yeah, it's highlighting the axis there.
Try.
So, come on. No.
There we go.
I mean, I could probably drag each one up out of the way, I guess. Nope. Well, I'll have to play with that.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and watch that part of the assignment.
Yeah. It's not being intuitive to me.
I can't remember how we do it, and I'm not that far. I would look at it with you.
Yeah.
How did you get it to show the numbers?
I went here and
add data labels.
Yeah, just where was it?
Yeah, just add data labels.
Yeah, where is that? Was it at select data? No. Where did we find add data labels?
You just right click it and it should be there at the bottom.
Oh, format data labels. It's already got it.
Yeah, because you've already added them.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, you can drag them. I don't know if that's. I mean, it definitely looks better. You can drag each individual one up.
Yeah, here it is.
I think my legend is what I want to move down then somehow, my months.
Well, I think the problem is that it goes into the negatives. I don't know.
So I think that is the issue, is that the negative is it does it below.
But the labels stay.
Because if you change it to, so I actually
There we go.
There we go.
I can find it. I can manually move each one above.
Right.
If it's a line, then we can. It'll have above, below, right, left, center.
Come on.
Yeah, I wish we could move those the labels, the month labels.
Out of the way too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'll let us though.
Come on, it's just hard. Everything's piled on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's what I did. What you just did there.
Just
like
moved them up manually.
manual each one up. Yeah. That's like I said, I'd like to move this whole January, February down out of the way too, if I could somehow. But maybe you change your chart by what do you call that?
Axis.
The yeah, what's this called? The side values, you change the values to a different range. How do you change the ranges for your values? It's already there. So if we go
I think you
fill,
can right click and hit format axis,
Yeah, format access.
and then you can change your range. But I don't know if you can actually change it though.
yeah, I don't know if you can either. It seems like we did that back a couple lessons back. We showed us how to change the range, this values to smaller or larger. Well, that's not going to help. Just going smaller and larger. It won't change the total values.
Yeah, if you changed it to a minimum of 0, it
Then
would
you lose
just
it.
get rid of some of your data.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, I would think that if we could move those months down, that would help. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can do that.
I don't think we're. Okay. Where's my markers for the other one? Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, any questions, anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Besides that's making it look pretty.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll get the video sent over to your email. So
I was
Don't
in
for-
such a rush last Thursday because I was leaving town.
forget it, did you?
I copied and pasted our links for the Hangouts before you'd sent out the YouTube, and I'd put it in there.
Whoops.
And luckily I hadn't passed the due date, so I resubmitted it, and it just showed 2 submissions there. And I said,
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah. Don't forget.
Don't forget it.
well, I
I'll
didn't
put
forget.
it
I just
over
got
as soon as I-
anxious and picked the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
thing. So
Yeah. Sorry, I probably waited too long to get that.
no, I was just trying to get done so I could pack up.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right. Well, I'll get this over, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.